pavilions are really a mini conference that are dedicated to one subject, and we can focus more on the interactivity. We can meet each other there, and we have like panel discussions, presentations, but also interactive workshops and hackathons. So it's really collaborating together and listening to topics that interest us within that scope. I think the pavilions really address the other side of PHUSE, the working group sites where we collaborate, we create new things that help the industry forward, like standards, processes, etc. Learning more of how to utilize real-world data for regulatory purposes, collaborate, work together with more experienced person, and create things that we can take forward into deliverables for our industry. The setup includes a number of workshops where we can work together and where we will create input for the working groups, which also helps regulatory perspectives. And what is also very important is that we have a catalyst challenge where also new utilizations of real-world data, new ways of utilizing real-world data are introduced. I think you will get a lot more inside knowledge about using real-world data for regulatory purposes. And I think really if you are new to this, then this is the best way to ask questions, to learn from how others are working with this kind of data. Our RWD Catalyst Challenge is about transforming real-world data with evidence with NLP and AI. So we invited vendors to contribute to the challenge, to submit their solutions with different topics that they can address in this slide. And based on that, we will choose the best tool that can really showcase their solution, and those will be presented during the pavilion at the US Connect. So yes, so we have a number of different workshops where we look into how real-world data can be utilized. For example, we have an estimates workshop where we see, okay, what would estimates look like for real-world data. We have a hackathon, which is also quite interesting because then people are listening to presentations, but here they can really hands-on do the actual work and learn from it. But yeah, the results from that will also be used to create white papers that can be used for the industry. And we also look into OMOP utilization within the real-world data. So how does that work? Is there any challenge in mapping that data to OMOP and so on? So there's a lot that can be learned from that, and based on that we will use that in our real-world evidence projects for our working group.